For $300 a year, you could potentially cheat death. What is up, guys? Welcome back to video number, no, you forgot the video number. I was about to say that, Sean. Okay, what the fuck are you? Anyways, as I was saying, today we're going to be talking about life and death and coming back to life after you die. But before we get into that, we're going to do the maximizing montage. Let's go.
Priority list of the day. Respond back to emails. Write up outline for book. Start contacting potential authors.
Do something fun, like play chess. Usually lose though.
Organize finding a new filmer in San Jose. Sorry, Sean. Read for 30 minutes. Talk with BuzzFeed about my new channel. Get ice cream.
Meet someone new who's interesting. Learn their story, learn where they're from, and learn where they're going. Pop a bubble.
Talk to girlfriend. She's cute and makes me happy. Call my school to figure out housing situation. Done.
Okay, so we're about to get into some shit about life and death and cheating death and all that good stuff. But Heavy, before we get started, do you have a maximizer tip of the day? It's a new segment I'm trying out. Any advice you can give for people to maximize their own lives?
Tip of the day?
Okay, great. So I'm going to give you a tip of the day. My tip of the day is to always thank people who give back to you, who help you, who support you through hard times. Heavy has been so gracious here to help us film here and give us a space. And on the reel, I couldn't thank you enough for being a homie for that. So thank you. You make these vlogs possible.
Right.
Now let's get into that deep shit we're talking about. Let's go. Before I get into this, I want to talk about a scenario I first read about when I first started learning about this topic. So say you're in a plane and the pilot comes over the speakerphone and he says, everybody in this plane is about to die. It's guaranteed the plane is going down, it's going to crash, and there's no chance of survival. There is one possible way out, and that is that the plane is carrying a shipment of untested parachutes. These parachutes are not guaranteed to work. Nobody's tried them. But to any passenger who wants one, they're allowed to try one. The flight attendant will give you one and you can jump. The other option, of course, like I just said, is that you are guaranteed to die, remain in your seat, and just wait for it all to be over. What would you do? Now, a lot of you watching are probably like, Max, you'd be stupid as fuck not to take the parachute option. One, I know. Two, watch your fucking language. The reason I brought up this scenario is because of something called cryonics. And cryonics is essentially the concept of pausing people who are in critical condition who cannot accept death. Now, I know what you're thinking. Pausing people? What? Let me explain. Essentially, this pausing is called being vitrified. When your body is frozen, it's frozen in such a special way that your body does not actually freeze. It's actually just high in viscosity, kind of like glass because of an antifreeze added to the body. After a person's vitrified, they're put into a container and turned upside down next to a bunch of other dead people until they're able to be brought back to life. If you die today and there's seemingly no chance of being revived, for example, you have a heart attack, you've been dead for 15 minutes, doctors can't bring you back, cryonics could give you the ability in the future to come back to life. It's not a sure thing, it's not something that's been proven, no one's actually done it successfully, but it is real science, and it really is the only possibility right now of having any chance at all of coming back to life in the future. And it seems like the only way people have at this point to at least try and cheat death. So let's say you're an 80-year-old man who died. Your bones were aching, you were sick, maybe you weren't living the best quality of life. Potentially you could wake up in a situation where you have the body of a 20-year-old. Maybe you're in a synthetic body, your bones don't ache, you don't feel pain anymore. Who knows? The future is so unpredictable, but this is an example of something that could happen. That 80-year-old brain you had could now be full of vitality. It could be the brain you had when you were 50 years younger. In the best case scenario, your friends and your family were also chiropressed so they can wake up right next to you. So right now there's basically two companies who already offer this service. One is Alcor and the other one is CI. The way I would think about it is Alcor is kind of like Tesla and CI is kind of like Toyota. Both get the jobs done, but Alcor is a little bit more expensive. It's a little bit more kind of luxurious, and CI is kind of the more family-friendly, average person-friendly company out of the two. So to become a cryonicist, you have to do a few things. One, you have to sign some stuff and get it notarized. Two, you have to pay for the annual membership fee to these services. 3, you have to pay for the transport fee of your body after you die, and then 4, for the revival and treatment fee. Alcor's annual membership is around $700. The rest of the treatment and transport is all bundled together to be about $200,000. If you want to ditch your body and just kind of vitrify your brain, you can do that for the price of about $80,000. CI's membership costs about $120 annually, and the body revival fee for that is about $35,000. Now, why is CI so much cheaper? Well, a main reason for that is because it does not include the transport fee. If you want to transport your body to CI after you die and you do not live close to the facility, it's going to cost you somewhere around $85,000, $90,000. Okay, so let's debunk some myths here. The first myth, this is just for rich people, only rich people can afford this. Wrong. If you get a life insurance policy in the name of your new cryonics company, it'll actually only be about $300 a year for CI and no more than about $100 a month for Alcor. And that's if you start young enough, of course. But basically, like, that's the cost of a few dinners every month that you would otherwise spend, or if you have a smoking habit or a drinking habit or whatever it is, that money could be better spent essentially trying to give yourself a second chance at life. So if I die tomorrow, how does it work? Well, basically cryonics members are given a bracelet and a necklace, and they're encouraged to wear it at all times, but basically has your contact info etched out on it, where you should contact immediately after death for the best chance of being able to be revived. If you die and they don't know who to contact, or they don't know where to put you and you're not wearing any of the bracelets, it's gonna be a lot harder to revive you in the future. So cryonics patients are encouraged to kind of wear these at all times. Next step, die.
Hold up, Max, are you telling people to die?
Oh, you're right. Okay, got it. Due to the way the body is frozen, it'll feel like only a few seconds after you die that you eventually wake up. Like when you're dreaming and you have an 8-hour dream, you definitely feel the passage of time. It definitely feels like 8 hours. If you do this and this process works, it won't feel like that at all. It'll feel like you just literally died and then just woke up in a brand new place, in a brand new world, with the complete unknown ahead of you. Going back to the parachute analogy when we first started, essentially there are 2 options in life. One, just accept death, accept the process that happens and kind of go with it. And 2, try and at least see if there's another possibility. This is giving you another possibility. It's not guaranteed, you don't know if it's gonna work, but wouldn't you want that chance if you could know that you can maybe come back, if your friends could come back? Speaking personally, I would. I'm gonna be signing up for it in the next month. With that being said, thank you so much for watching today's video. Thank you to Wait But Why for providing a lot of the information for this article. I'm gonna link a complete article on cryonics down below if you're curious. But without further ado, today's post notification shout out goes to Leanne Kemp. Leanne, thank you so much for having your post notifications on. If you guys want your own post notification shout out, all you have to do is comment down below, done, after you turn on your post notifications, ring that bell. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you back here tomorrow. Peace.